first live like this, but it's all good. Don't mind the gloves, man. We're gonna get to it. Straight California squeeze. Straight Cali squeeze, man. It's my first time going live from the phone. Appreciate everybody for tapping in. It's the failed athlete that don't mean you got to fail in life. Anytime you got the mother, anytime you got the president of the United States tweeting about you, saying how your father is a prominent athlete, your father did great things, did amazing things in college, did amazing things in the league, and yet here you are, his son, his bloodline, not getting drafted. It's a California squeeze, dog. See, in the beginning, I initially thought, you know what? Maybe, just maybe, the scouts seen something in him, even though everybody was saying, hey, for the past 2 years, this dude is a bona fide top five selection. Really top three, truly top three. Cool, right? Maybe he slipped outside of the top five. Maybe he's top 10. Oh, okay, got you. He top 10. Shedeur top 10. Slips out the top 10. I could still see that. You know, maybe they really been studying the film. Maybe they don't see this man's upside. Maybe they think, you know, his potential is not that high. So he'll drop to the top 20. First day goes by. Oh, okay. It's not what we wanted, but we'll give you that. We'll give you that, NFL scouts. That's cool. I got you. He slipped out of the first round. He beat early second round pick. Early second round. Once I seen this man not get picked, all of my suspicions were confirmed. This was a clear-cut conspiracy from the jump to humble this kid. Clear cut. We gonna humble you. We gonna humble your daddy. Prime, who the hell are you to think you running this NFL? You don't run shit. You're not about to be calling us up like this is Pop Warner. This ain't Pop Warner, nigga. This ain't college. This ain't high school. You don't run the show. You're not gonna dictate to us where your son goes. Even though the Manning family was able to do it, California squeeze, nigga. Squeeze. Squeeze. Some BS. And so what do? You attack the kid. You go hard on the kid to make a point to his father. You will not come in thinking you run this league. This is a good old boys league. And nigga, we don't want to deal with you, quite frankly. All of that praise that Prime was getting from Colorado, fake love. Fake love, not real. Y'all gotta understand, it's cool when they do it, it's a problem when we do it. Nobody was complaining about Peyton, Eli, you know, and they daddy pretty much dictating where it was that they wanted to go. Nobody cared about John Elway when he was making his decisions on who he was and wasn't going to play for. But they held that against Prime. A lot of the times, you know, these elite, these black elite, they get too big for their britches. And I'm not saying Prime's not a good guy. I'm not saying he's not a solid coach. What I'm saying is sometimes he may believe that he's on par with these people. It shouldn't be a problem for Shedeur to come in there with confidence. Prime got that 50 M's, ain't been the same since. Here's the thing. I just feel like, and shout out to you, dudes. I just feel like niggas forget where they at. They forget what country We in. They forget the history. They forget how they truly feel about us. My dude, you're not about to you're not about to come in regulating, bruh. That's just not how it's gonna go. It's the NFL. And they'll play buddy buddy with you up until it's time to embarrass your ass. And they hate that cocky mentality. They hate that sure of yourself mentality. You gotta be a humble guy. You gotta act like you've been there. Act like you've been there. That's what coaches say when you get in the end zone. Now, mind you, I've been playing this game my whole life in the streets. You know what I'm saying? Like, we celebrating. This is an art form. This is a way of life for us. We balling. Coach gonna tell me when I get in the end zone, act like you've been there. What? You know how hard it is to put up six? That's the mentality you gotta have. And Shedeur came in there sure of himself. Came in there easy going, laid back, money, big ass chains, busting out the frame. You think they like that? You think they like the fact that he's one of the top NIL prospects coming in? We got to understand something. Not only, and I know he doesn't need it, but he should be, um, I mean, it's his right to make that money. He don't need the money. Obviously, his dad is prime and he got big time NIL deals, but they're playing with his money at this point. We know them third, fourth round contracts ain't guaranteed. And yes, we don't know. The coaches have no idea. They haven't done that shit at a high level. All they want to do is make the game more difficult so they can have their impact on it. I was balling in the streets. I was doing just fine before you got all technical with it. Now the route has to be, a precise 5 yards, and you got to cut at this angle. If you don't cut at a 90-degree angle, the trajectory of the ball won't get there at time. And nigga, throw me the rock. Throw me the ball. And that's what they don't like, man. Shedeur's like, I'm good. I'm him. I'm him. But secretly, the Skip Baylesses, a lot of these people, a lot of these pundits, they are laughing. They are ecstatic. They are happy because they wanted Prime to fail this entire time. We're going to go ahead and get at your son. Now, Mike, like you said, he may get picked later, but that money not going to be right. He's not going to be able to negotiate. They're going to force Shedeur to come in and prove himself, and he's going to have to get some money on that next contract. I've never seen no shit like this in my life, where a clear-cut top 5 pick done dropped all the way to the bottom, to the 4th round, 3rd, 4th round. Where they do that at, bro? He doesn't have any smut on his name. It's not like he committed any crimes. Prime them should have took heed. He should have took heed when all of those people was coming out with those anonymous, remember all those anonymous sources? All those anonymous sources was quarterback coaches coming out saying, hey, he's too cocky. I don't want him playing for my organization. And Prime said, we're going to find out who that is. Yeah, I'm going to have my sources figure out who that is. He's getting it twisted. This is what I mean by sometimes when people get elevated, they think that they on the same level as these people. Prime, this is not Pop Warner. This is not even a college ranks. You have no say-so at the next level. These dudes might be cool with you, smiling in your face, but behind the scenes, they will make your life a living hell. And you see, they're embarrassing your son at this point. We're going to embarrass you. We're going to humble you. And you don't have no for sure starting spot coming up here. See, Travis, he's a humble guy. He does everything we want him to do. He didn't get penalized for being associated with Prime. But this is the direct lineage. And they're telling him off top, you will not behave like your daddy did. We are not having that again. Well, I'll be damned. They sat around the room and they said, you know what? The owners got on a conference call. Make his ass wait. Don't draft him. Give him a spot at the end. They probably already got where he's gonna go. You know, the draft. They probably, all of the owners probably delegated and said, you know, we're gonna maybe send him over there to the Texans or send him over there, but send him, let him get undrafted. Give him a starting spot, make him work for it, but we're not gonna allow him to come in and think he's the face of the league off top. No, no, this kid needs to be humbled. It's a cold day in hell, man. I just need y'all to tell me, truly tell me, where has this happened at before? Where has this happened where a player didn't get into no trouble? You know, you had Michael Sam. You remember the Michael Sam situation where he came out kissing his boyfriend on stage and shit? You had Michael Sam, but Michael Sam was never a high trajectory draft pick. Dropping all the way this low, where do they do that at? Where's that happened at? You can't point to a scenario to where a dude was supposed to be top five and he just dropped all the way down. You had Nerlens Noel. I remember Nerlens Noel came out of Kentucky, had a little injury, so he dropped down in the draft due to injury. He thought he was going to be like the number one pick. He ended up going, you know, I believe, like maybe right outside of the top 10. This is basketball, by the way. But if for sure at the quarterback, when it's so hard to come by a good quarterback, it's so tough, and you don't want to give this kid a shot. And the people I was saying that shit first round. I'm like, bro, it's no way in hell there are 30 players better than this man. They got him in the California squeeze, dog. They got him in the Cali squeeze. Ain't it a shame, though, how your dad and being attached to your father, you know, he's just trying to do the right thing as a father, but ultimately it's hurting you. And they didn't like the speech. Donald Trump is tweeting about this man. They hated the speech when Shedeur gave the speech. He said, man, you know, and I'm paraphrasing, but we all didn't expect this. Nobody expected this. Nobody wanted this. We knew that it would, you know, but we're gonna take this. We're gonna use it as fuel. We're gonna use it as energy, and we're gonna go ahead and do what we need to do and move forward. And legendary. They hated that. They hated the fact that he took it in stride and they said, hey, we was gonna bring him in on the second round. They said, nah, not after that speech. After that speech, nigga, you gotta go and draft him. Because the speech still showed that he had spirit in him. You had knocked him all off. He still was high in spirits. You couldn't take that away from him. He said, yes, I gotta agree. Dion did a little bit too much with that retiring of the jersey. I don't give a damn what you, for one, we all know, how long does it take for somebody to get their jersey retired? Take at least. They, they retired Shaq's jersey. Look at the names I'm mentioning. Shaq, right? Look at the name, and shout out to Shedeur. He is a legend in his own right. Travis Hunter is for sure a legend in his own right. But, you know, look at the names I'm mentioning. Shaq, he got his jersey retired in LA relatively fast. But that shit don't happen quick like that, man. Ain't no way. But at the same time, y'all, hold on. Nepotism is favored in them leagues. We not gonna act like nepotism ain't a thing. So we not gonna act like if your son is, if you get the opportunity to coach your son, a lot of people don't do it because a lot of people are like, oh, I don't want my son to have that stigma. He's gonna have to work, and he's gonna have to work harder than every teammate because he has that stigma on him. So he has to show that. Man, fuck that, man. Hey, yeah, I'm about to retire this jersey. Yeah, yeah, son. you earned that. You earned that, right? So even if you didn't earn it, it's just the fact that people, as far as nepotism goes, they get in these positions and they do what they do. They might not go above and beyond, but that's prime. That's the shtick. As a matter of fact, we should be expecting him to do things like this. We shouldn't expect it nothing less. Is it over the top? Hell yeah. When you look at it in layman's terms, what the hell are you doing? Retiring these dudes' jerseys after 2 years immediately. Like he didn't give it no time. You don't think the NFL's watching that? Does the NFL really like Deion, Siobhan, Morgan? Shout out to you. Hell no. I appreciate y'all in the chat. Make sure y'all like this video. Please, make sure you share this content. YouTube has me shadow banned. I'm not asking for a lot. I'm just asking for y'all to get the likes up. We got 30 in the building. Can we get it to 30 likes? Can we get it to 20 likes? Damn, I don't want to seem like I'm begging, but they done already took me out of the algorithm for whatever reason. Appreciate y'all for tapping that like button. It's free. It's free. I'm just here to serve the people. Now, he said he didn't do anything for Shiloh. Great call. But some might say Shiloh didn't even deserve to be out there playing like that. So, I mean, you could say that. You definitely could say that. Um, but as far as, elevating Shiloh, retiring jerseys, and put him in the forefront, nah, Prime knew what son he could do that with. And he probably went a little bit over the top with Shedeur. But nobody thought it would result in this. Nobody thought this shit would result in this. If Shedeur is really that bad of a player, then that means that Deion is hands down the best coach in college football. Thank you, bro. Let's talk that talk. Let's really talk about it. Because now you're elevating Prime's coaching while trying to shit on his son. You're elevating the legend of Coach Prime. Why does Shedeur use purses? Hey man, I'm not here to judge what this man do, man. I'm not here to, Prime allowed them to walk in them fashion shows. That was a big deal. All of that shit was a big deal when they were losing. But then they started putting up W's. And now it's like, okay, these guys have arrived. Now it looks like he's a genius. Remember last year? The year before last, it was, hey man, all of these cameras might be a little bit too much. What the hell are you running around putting exposing everything? You got a full show. You got all of these stars at the game and y'all losing. It means nothing. It means absolutely nothing if you not putting asses in them seats and you losing games. They started winning. They started winning. Shedeur, top 5 picks, top 5 talks. Hey, get these likes up. I appreciate y'all for getting them likes up. But now we got 37. I need at least 30 likes. Get them likes up, people. YouTube got the boy Shadow Band. It's the failed athlete. That don't mean you got a felon life. And I told y'all, whether it's 3 people in the room, whether it's 30, whether it's 300, you getting the same energy, you getting the same vibe. I'm on the same type of time. Legendary, just like Shedeur said. But people, we got to understand, man. California squeeze, man. They are trying to break this dude. And if I'm Shedeur, I'm practicing with Brady right now. I'm practicing. I'm in the gym putting up jumpers right now. F that draft party. They trying to play with me. They trying to play with my name. They trying to play with the Sanders name. Play with me if you want to. Play with your kids. Don't play with me. But Deion may have overdid it, man. Deion may have overdid it when it comes to the high horse and the pedestal he put his son on because a lot of people were unhappy with that. And a lot of people, Brady done passed him up a bunch of times. That's cool. That's cool if he passed him up a bunch of times as far as the Raiders go. That's cool. They got Geno over there. They got Pete Carroll. They got a good thing going. Shout out to Geno. I balled against them in college. They put a hurting boy, that West Virginia team. Tavon Austin, nigga. Tavon, nigga Geno, nigga. Them boys put a hey. When I tell it to you like this, they had Noel Devine too. When them fools came out in the second quarter, Geno did what he did. Nah, it was the second half. Geno did what he did. Tavon did what he did. I promise to God, they came out in the second half in a sweatsuit. I said, oh, these is a real deal. Coach said, we not going to play y'all. We done playing y'all. Watch the Manning Glades coming up this season. The Manning Glades is going to be heavy. And nobody's going to be batting any eyes if Peyton says, hey, my nephew is not going to play for this team. But the difference is, there is a difference. Peyton's not going to be loud with it. You know, he's not going to be in your face with it. No, I didn't play for Cal. I didn't play for Cal, big dog. But, yeah, the Archie Manning archetype is coming. It's coming. I played in the Mountain West. I played for a team out the Mountain West. And we went down to West Virginia. I played against Russell Wilson. Shout out to Russell Wilson when he was at Wisconsin. You know, I played against Kaepernick. You know, Andy Dalton at TCU. So you know, a few names here and there. Um, of course, the quarterback. Who the OC for the Cowboys right now? Kellen Moore. Not is he the OC for the Cowboys? OC for the team that just won. Kellen Moore, man. Yeah, played against old boy too. Maybe Dion will buy him an NFL team so he can play. Man, after this, man, Dion might have to start his own league like LeVar Ball. Cause I was thinking about it and I'm like, yo, this shit is insane. He can he can't take all this to heart. Yeah, he just gotta get in the lab. But let's be 100, y'all. We family in here. Let's be 100. Shedeur shed some tears. He shed some tears and it was a very humbling experience. But at some point, it turned into, okay, cool, they humbling me, and he got it, like he was sad, but then that shit turned into, wait a minute, this is a conspiracy. This shit ain't right. My audio low. How is it now? I apologize. Yeah, I'm with Trump on this one as well, cause this shit is beyond me. Yeah, get them likes up. I appreciate y'all. We got 34 in the building. Get the likes up, man. YouTube got me shadow banned. They got me, they suppressing all of the content. I don't know who I pissed off, whether it be Travis Hunter, whether it be Prime's team. Hey, man, if you had anything to do with this Prime, karma's on your ass, boy. They say he not a first rounder, then turn around and say he don't want this from, wait. They say he not a first rounder, then turn around and say they don't want this from a backup QB. It is what it looks like. He is getting Kaepernick. The tone is being set. Yes, the tone is being set by the NFL. I don't even have to read that entire comment. They said, listen, Prime, we not even going to allow your son to do the type of things that you did in the league. We not going to allow that. Yeah, you was flashy. Yeah, you was all about the money. You was shining, diamonds everywhere. Your son's not going to get that same luxury. He's going to come in and he's going to have to get it the hard way, out of the mud, no handouts. We're not going to allow this to happen to us twice. Yeah, Dion brought the NFL money, but NFL truly admired the player he was. The type of player he was, cool. But that attitude, they wanted him to be like a Jerry Rice. And that's why the two clashed. That's why Jerry and Prime never got along, because Jerry hated the fact that Prime wasn't no good old boy. He hated the fact that he did shit his way. Couldn't stand it. Jerry was a yes master by the book. You seen him in them Popeyes commercials, cooning for them coins, cooning for that cash. Jerry all in the Popeyes commercial, uh, got a drumstick as the face mask. I said, oh, this nigga's lost his mind. He done lost his mind. And, at this point, they have. Somebody tell me what round Jalen Hurts got drafted. Somebody tell me what round Jalen Hurts got drafted. And I believe Shedeur was a much better quarterback. I don't want to say much better, but, Shedeur was a better quarterback than Jalen Hurts coming out. Jalen Hurts got drafted, what was it, second round? Yeah, yeah, yeah. He was definitely, yeah, yeah. Jerry Rice was definitely doing the utmost for that bag when he retired. That retirement money was not doing what it was supposed to do. And them dudes wasn't making as much as these dudes today. So, I could see Jerry doing a little something, something, but I didn't know he'd take it that far. Go look up that Popeyes commercial. That shit was, yeah. So, okay, so they saying Hurts got drafted in the 50s. Hurts was asked till his senior year at OU. Nah, Hurts had a good freshman year, sophomore year, until Tua came and really took his spot. Tua came and took over, and it was what it was. Jerry Rice with the ball. Hey, I'm not gonna let y'all sit on here and it, it just downplay a legend, man. Shout out to Jerry Rice, man. But it's the stigma that comes with a Deion Sanders. A lot of stuff do come with prime. Let's look at the cons. Like, you constantly going to have a media onslaught around your team going after prime for prime's opinion. Is a team trying to get prime to coach for him? Like, was that ever really a real thing? So many questions after this, man. And I don't think that those guys at the next level truly want this dude prime to be an NFL coach. After this, man, after this is the NFL is drawing a line. They have drawn a line. Yo, our loyalty is to this company. I don't give a damn how much money you made us when you was playing. I don't give a damn how much viewership you brought in the network when you was announcing and analyzing for us. We don't owe you shit. Don't expect to get anything. After Shedeur, I don't see any CU players getting drafted. No, what we need to be asking is, are these CU players going to be getting drafted before Shedeur? That's the question. Because that's how it's looking. Will Shepard might get drafted before Shedeur. Don't let Jimmy, don't let Jimmy Horn get drafted before Shedeur. Lil LeJounte. LeJounte. Oh man, this is a California squeeze. You know this is a scam. Y'all know this is an outright scam. If Will Shepard comes off that board before Shedeur Sanders, hey, Prime, man, I didn't think this would backfire on him like this. All he wanted to do was do things his way. But it's a threat. When you come flamboyant, when you're so confident in yourself, when they want to call you cocky, but really it's the utmost confidence because you put the work in, you put the big time work in, and people just, they call it arrogance, they call it cockiness. It's flashy. They don't like that. They want you to be a good old boy, and they want you to be, yes, yes, sir, no, sir, I'm gonna get in the I'm gonna get in the end zone. I'm gonna slap a couple my teammates up, and as far as high fives. Now I'm gonna get back to the sideline. Hey, coach, thanks for the call. Thanks for getting me involved, coach. That's how they want you to be. You can't shine out there. You can't stunt. You can't really put. You can't be yourself. You can't be you. But the NFL is full of flashy. Is the NFL full of Deion Prime Sanders flashy? Is it full of Shedeur Sanders flashy? I mean, yeah, you got your Ochos. You know, you got your Terrell Owens. You got flashy in that sense, but we talking a whole nother layer of this. Prime was out there making rap songs. It must be the money. Prime went to his draft flooded in gold when it wasn't even a thing. That's his son. They don't want a black QB stunting. Do you remember when Cam Newton used to do the Superman? Oh my, he had white mothers writing letters. Cam Newton had white mothers writing letters about, hey, can you please not celebrate? It makes the other team feel bad. It makes my kids feel bad. But Aaron Rodgers had the belt celebration and everything was good. So when he flexing that wrist and he's shining and he letting you know, this is how I do, buzz down, star studded. They don't like that, man. You know, they got enough with Cam Newton, man. Cam Newton, he was in your face with it. They didn't like that too much. And if you remember, the people turned on Cam Newton. He had all type of situations, man. He shouldn't be celebrating like this. He shouldn't be doing this. He shouldn't be doing that. Hey, let's get these likes up. They got me shadow banned. I'm just here to serve the people. I'm serving y'all on the regular. The bare minimum, we got to get these likes up. I appreciate y'all for being in the building. I really do. But let's talk turkey. They are railroading. This is a clear-cut attempt to railroad Shedeur Sanders. I don't give a damn what you say. I'm convinced at this point. There's no way. They've been talking about him going top 5 for the past 2 years. All of a sudden, we got him in the 4th round. Maybe not, but is there a level of it? Maybe not, but is there a level to flashy? I get it. I understand. No one wants the distraction, but this is crazy. This is insane because it's like, you know, in order to prove a point, we'll let the whole ship sink. In order to prove a point, we will not get a spectacular player. It's cool when Johnny Manziel is doing the money sign celebration. It's cool when Johnny Manziel is partying up with celebrities. That's good. Everybody's good with that. We'll give you opportunity after opportunity after opportunity. That's okay. When Johnny Manziel is talking shit to the refs and taunting other teams, literally, it's okay. But when Shedeur Sanders is doing that, we're gonna railroad the kid, and we're not gonna let him, you know, get drafted where he's supposed to. Because why? Because he's a locker room problem. Appreciate you, dudes. Let's get us up to 30 likes, man. They got your boy Shadow Band. I'm not asking for no bread. I'm just here to serve the people. I'm just trying to put that work in. He went from second best QB to not being drafted in the. No. Arguably, it was an argument. And I appreciate you. I appreciate you for that 5, mama. I appreciate you. Gino said they wrote me off, but they didn't write back. Shedeur with Gino and LV would be great. It would be, man, because that's a solid dude to learn after. And Gino, um, you know, when you look at a player like Geno Smith, Johnny Manziel courtside NBA playoff LeBron tickets, and was still at A&M. This is before people. We got to understand. Johnny was at A&M, front row seats. Oh, but his family had money. That's what they was. He comes for money. He's a spoiled kid. He comes for money. But I think he got a good head on his shoulders. They wrote off all of the taunting. They wrote off all of that. Now Johnny Manziel might have come from money, but did he come from greatness? Greatness that was proven. Multiple sports. Dual sport athlete. Dad, arguably one of the best athletes to ever lace him up. We gotta understand, people. Deion Sanders is arguably, you know, the top athlete ever. Let's really put that in perspective. You got Manziel on his dope. He's able to taunt, do whatever he wants. He's getting drafted high. You know what? I wouldn't even want to go to the Browns though. Prime made them kids work. He didn't give them anything. Lucille, he gave them kids something. Them kids had a good upbringing. Gold Prime had it shows, man. They got shows. He made them work for some rich kids. He made them work for some rich kids. And I respect how he raised them kids, man. But working, getting out the mud like me and you, I don't know about that. But work, yeah, they working. So the best trainers, they working. They putting in that work. Like, and I never compare another man's life to mine. Like, that's the hand they was dealt. That's the hand they was dealt, and they was able to really get it out the mud. So, I love what Prime did with those kids. They're trying to hurt Shedeur, but he works hard. He's a hard-working kid. He's a hard-working kid, man. He just took a page out of his dad's book. That flashiness is marketing. But a lot of people are threatened by that. We got to be 100. They're threatened by that flashiness. Because when you beating ass and you letting somebody know, I'm beating your ass, it's a problem. You're supposed to beat up on people humbly. Why not be able to talk to stuff? You see, Kobe Bryant, they used to say that about Kobe. They used to say that about Kobe. He's too cocky. He's arrogant. Kobe didn't do nothing. No parties, no club, no flash, no none of that. Kobe wasn't no flashy guy. Kobe wasn't flashy at all. But the cockiness and the sureness in himself, because he put that work in and day out. So he was able to say, I'm the best. Nobody's better than me. They didn't like that. Right? They were giving this life. It chose them. They didn't choose it. Exactly. I agree. I agree 110%. And all you can do is make the best out of your situation. Your dad is Deion Sanders. Nobody asked for that. Nobody asked for that. But you can't help who you are. And along the way, Shedeur has picked up traits of his daddy. But he just so happens to be playing the most important position on the field. And they don't want that from a guy who's looking like Shedeur Sanders. Let's call it what it is. Yeah. Yeah, they did look down. They looked let down. And who wouldn't look let down? When you was a projected top 5 pick and you sliding all the way down like this, it's letting me know it's a conspiracy. It's letting me know it's a California squeeze going on. They trying to get all of the juice and the energy out of Shedeur so he can come in that league and be a failure. This better light a huge flame under his ass, man. He better be ready to be putting in that work. He better be putting in work right now. Nothing's guaranteed. The money's not guaranteed. The starting position's not guaranteed. He has nothing guaranteed at this point. He has to go in and literally show everybody that he's the man for the job. All of that college resume he put together means nothing. He's not even getting a fair shake. These other guys got a fair shake based off of what they did in college. Shedeur didn't even get that. He's not even getting a fair shake based off the resume he put together. And a damn good resume, I might add. He don't get that opportunity. Them other dudes, they get drafted based off of what they did in college. Now Shedeur Sanders, he got to come in and he got to prove everything. He got to Come in, you got to prove everything. Kick him while he down. Yeah, I didn't even see that. So somebody called and act like he got drafted. They wanted this though. Prime, Prime rose up them ranks way too fast in that college game. Way too fast. And he showed how good of a coach he was way too fast. And it just kept happening really fast. High school, college, all black college, D1, winning on all levels. Let's put this in perspective. Passing up coaches who have been doing this for years, wanting opportunities, wanting shots. The coach's game is a good old boys club. It's about who you know. It's about making your way, walking, working your way up the system, becoming a GA, and then maybe a receivers coach, maybe a tight end coach, a DB. Then, if you're lucky, you can be an OC. Then, if you're an OC, you become the head coach. And you gotta know somebody. Once the head coach leaves this school, he goes to another school. He takes his whole staff with him. They feeling like Dion skipped the line, and not only did he skip the line, he set the new precedent. This nigga is going around setting precedent. So this is the way of life. This is the new college football. This is how we gonna do things. Prime came in the game. Nick Saban quit. Game Nick Saban quit. Get them likes up. When it was an even laying field, my bad, I'm stumbling over my words. When it was an even playing field, and everybody got the same type of players, now all of a sudden Saban want to call it quits. When the talent want to get spread around fair, and everybody getting paid now, and now you just not getting paid under the table, niggas want to quit. They want to run now, huh? You running now, huh, Saban? You remember? Do y'all remember when Saban? Do y'all remember when Saban called out Shannon Sharp? Called out Dion. They said, "Hey, man, he's paying players. He's paying players. You doing commercials with him. You all in the Aflac commercials with him, but yet you trying to throw him under the bus. These coaches never liked Prime, dog. They never liked Prime. They never liked what he was about. They don't like the fact that he's in charge. They don't like the fact that he turned that program around. Let's be 100. And I believe this whole situation is due to his son, man. This whole situation that's happening to his son is because of Deion Sanders' actions. Yeah, man. Yeah, he paid. Yeah, he probably paid Trav to go to Jackson State, allegedly. So, Saban been doing that all the time, man. Vegas, UNLV, Jerry Sarkeesian, Sark the Shark, Tark the Shark, Jerry Tarkeesian, Larry Johnson, Stacey Ogden. You know what I mean? Grandmama. Some of your favorite players was getting shipped off. Fab Five. It is what it is. People gonna get paid. The top players gonna get paid. They've been getting paid for years under the table. Hell, it's movies. Blue chips. Blue chips. Come on, people. Yeah, Trav most likely got paid that 2 M's. It is what it is. Jackson State went undefeated with Coach Prime. They did until they had them championships. That's another thing we got to talk about Coach Prime. We do have to be critical of Prime. When he gets to that championship game, for whatever reason, he not able to bring it out. He not able to get it done. Blue Chips, hell of a movie. It exposed what was going on. Players have been getting paid. You had Shaq in there. You had Penny. You had the white boy. I forget what his name was, but Yeah, in the bowl games, Coach Prime is over. But once Saban, once Deion entered the game and it was fair reigns, and now people, you were able to pay for players, you realize some of those big dogs are no longer in the game. Nick Saban, I watched the Nick Saban interview. He talking about, yeah, it's just not, it's not fun anymore. It's not fun anymore being able to control these players. It's not fun anymore to actually have to coach. And I never discredit what he was able to do as far as championships, but Jimmy's and Joe's, not X's and O's. Jimmy's and Joe's. So when you have the top tier players coming into your program year in, year out, yes, Saban, you're gonna do damage. But as soon as Prime, because Prime had landed, what's the cornerback? Y'all know the cornerback that's in Florida right now. He did horrible at Colorado. Uh, Saban wants to be the commissioner of D1 football. Yeah, if it's up to Saban, he taking away NIL because he want to get them players right back on that plantation. Nah, you niggas, Cormani, there it is, Cormani. There it is, Cormani. Cormani had got all that money. Cormani had went. He was the number one because Saban was mad. He got Travis to go to Jackson, right? He didn't speak up then. When Cormani went to Colorado, Saban said, Deion's playing players. He's playing players. The truth started oozing out. When you've been doing, it's cool when they do it. It's a problem when I do it. Your ass has been paying players for years. You have been getting uh, butt breaking these goddamn players on your plantation for the past 10, 15, 20 years now, Nick. As soon as Dion start to do it, and it's an even playing field. Oh man, it's an issue. Houston, we have a problem. You're not supposed to be able to do this, nigga. Hey man, man, I'll be damned, man. I never thought I'd see the day Shedeur would slip this far down, and the draft is about to start soon. At this point, y'all, F y'all, man. Don't even. I'd rather get signed. Somebody sign me to a free agent deal, man. Don't even draft me. I'm good. It's all for views. You think we be tuned in 3 days for? Oh, so, so they said we want to market. You want to market us. You want to do all this crazy marketing. Nah, Prime. Nah, Shedeur. We gonna market y'all ass, and we gonna get people to tune in all 3 days off your name. Who said that? JT? Was that no? JJ? You on to something? They might just cut him. Nah, I don't think they're gonna cut him. He's gonna be signed on as a free agent, and he's gonna get the opportunity to actually compete for a starting position. This is all simply for show, and this is all simply to prove a point and let them know that you're not gonna run a league. You're not gonna come in with that high horse mentality. You're gonna humble yourself, because we gotta remember, man. We gotta remember there was already people coming out saying, quarterback coaches and OCs, I don't want this type of player playing for my team. They wouldn't put out no names. And Prime like, put out the names. Let's find out who's saying this. RJC, what's the deal? Let's get these. Hey, we got it to 30 likes, people. I appreciate y'all. Let's keep it going. They got the boy Shadow Band. I don't know why they. I don't know what's going on. The videos are averaging probably like 50 views, 100 views. They're really trying to throw me under the bus, y'all. So it's appreciated if y'all share this content. I don't know what I did. I don't know if I pissed off Travis, like I said. Maybe Prime put in a call to YouTube. It seems like Prime is good with everybody except the NFL. And he thought that they was good with him. They're not good with you. Oh, of course, child of God. Of course. This is gonna fuel this man. This is gonna fuel him. You see, like when I said that, it dropped down to, yeah, man, YouTube be playing crazy games. But that's neither here nor there. Of course, child of God, he not gonna forget this. And I'm hoping this is building for like a Brady type archetype. You know what I'm saying? Where Brady went in that last, I think he was the last pick of the first round, and you see how his career panned out. But if this is Ark Manning, you know they about to start the Ark Manning glaze next year. It's already started. They already saying Ark Manning is going to be a top 5 pick. So the nepotism is cool when the last name Manning is attached to it. It's all a good thing. Hey, I appreciate you, man. That's big. That's love. And you know, especially when they try to suppress this for whatever reason, they try to suppress the truth. They trying to suppress the videos. It's very discouraging. I done asked myself a couple times, do I need to just go ahead and start another channel, send the people who really rock with me up over there, you know, and just build from the ground up? That's love, Amara. But nah, real shit. You know what I mean? Because it's like, damn, y'all playing with me. You know, I want to serve the people, but they not even letting me serve the people. They won't even let me put the word out. You know, I'm the deacon. I'm trying to be the pastor. Just, you know, relate the sermon. Saying, nah, we gonna suppress you. And shout out to my boy House of Hypocrites. We just had a conversation the other day. They doing him dirty. Cold thumbnails, cold titles, really being technical with it. Communicating with YouTube being suppressed. I don't know. Y'all tell me. But, you know, shout out to Coach Prime. Shout out to Shedeur Sanders. I'm hoping, you know, he uses this as fuel. Hoping he uses this as motivation. I'm hoping this dude uses this as fuel. I'm hoping he uses this as motivation and run through a brick wall, man. Go hard. Go hard. Crash out on the field. Crash out on the field. Balls to the walls, leave it all out on the field. Every game. You know, every little critique that they have of you, work that. Work that relentlessly, endlessly, and come out on top. He gotta come out. He gotta come out swinging after this. He ain't got nothing to lose. He gotta come hard after this, man. Pause. But you can't allow yourself to, you truly can't allow yourself to feel down. You know, it's over with. Now you got to go prove to the haters, you got to go prove to the doubters who you are for name's sake, because they playing with the name. But you know, that Bible, and I'm paraphrasing, you're going to suffer from your father's sins. You're going to suffer for some of your father's sins. So that's letting you know off top, they never liked your daddy. So they damn sure not rocking with you. Honest question. Do you guys think he's going to be drafted? Draft starts in about 15 minutes. Does anyone here in this chat room think he will be drafted, or do y'all think he going undrafted? Let me know. What sins Dion made in his life? Right, he atoned for his wrongdoings. I know. Vegas with Gino will really be epic. If you all if y'all been following me for some time, you know that I already made that Vegas video saying this is a perfect setting for him. He get to learn under Gino. You know, ain't no telling how long Gino gonna still be in the league, but learning under a quarterback um, is a skill that's not really utilized in the league right now. So 2, 3 years under Gino, you might be creating a real life monster. People want him to be on the field right now, but hey, 2, 3 years behind Gino, shit. You we know you only one injury away. Yeah, and I feel that. I feel that 420. Undrafted might be the route right now. Thank you, Desi. Yeah, I've been around. I've been around for some time now, on and off. But you two been playing with the numbers as of late. So I appreciate you showing the love. It's a cold world we living in, a sick world with some sick people. I'm gonna just say that much. Jerry Jones, nah. Jerry Jones too. Jerry Jones got to be the head dog. See, I made the videos about the Cowboys too, and maybe Prime becoming a head coach of that Dallas Cowboys team. But they would have to come to a big understanding because Jerry Jones, he likes to be the face of the company. He likes to be the face of Dallas and the face of the Cowboys. He likes all the attention. You know what I mean? So I deleted a lot of stuff, but it might be up there, Desi. You just gotta search for it. Not even deleted, but I unlisted a lot of stuff just to try to get back in the algorithm. But they will finally draft him, but now they got him for such a cheap price. Yeah, man, that's so true, man. And that's what I was saying in the past video. Like you're playing with the kid's money, and I understand. Okay, he doesn't need money, but pay him what he's worth. He don't get to negotiate nothing. They pretty much said we gonna play with your money. He'll be lucky if nigga, you'll be lucky if you're getting league minimum. I don't give a damn if Jerry Jones has been close with Prime for 30 plus years. Van, did you see how Jerry Jones had that conversation with Michael Irvin? And Michael was just ecstatic. And Michael was saying, man, hey, listen, we've been in talks with Jerry. I talked to Jerry about Prime. You know, Jerry like his little illegitimate son. And I rock with Michael Irvin. Michael Irvin is if y'all ever seen Roots? Michael Irvin is Chicken George. Michael Irvin is Chicken George. You know, Jerry, he love him. You know, that's his black son. But at the end of the day, nigga, stay in your place. At the end of the day, stay in your place. And Michael Irvin felt horrible when Jerry didn't make that prime hire. He's like, I can't believe that we would do this. I can't believe we didn't give, we not giving Cowboy Nation what they need. Yes, Chicken George. And I just say that to say that's a great comparison because Chicken George was actually his owner's son. The owner used to take him places, used to let him do things. But at the end of the day, nigga, you're still a slave. I don't give a damn if you're my son. You're still a slave and you're still gonna do as I say. You feel me? I don't give a damn if you kin to me. Go make me this money. And that's the case with Prime. That's the case with Jerry Jones. And I think that Prime has too big of a name and he demands too much attention. And Jerry fiends for that attention. Jerry wants to be Mr. Cowboy. You know, this is the house that Jerry built. And so we can't bring you over here, Prime. We can't bring you and Shedeur and make this whole thing a spectacle. It would have been cool though. Would have been a great thing. And if anybody was to do it, I would think it would be Jerry Jones because he all about that money at the end of the day. He don't necessarily confidence is not arrogance. You're right, but people see that as arrogant, and you know it's a little cockiness too. You gotta have that though. You gotta have a little swag to you. You gotta have a little, a little umph about you. Like, yeah, I can't be touched. You ain't messing with me. That plays to the psyche. That plays to the hard work. If you putting in that effort, if you really putting in that hard work, you're gonna be cocky. You're gonna have the utmost belief in yourself. But they don't like that. They want you to be Jerry Rice, happy for the opportunity. Thanks for giving me the chance. They don't want you to be like You have no choice but to give me this opportunity. Who else you gonna go with? I'm the best person out here. Who you gonna be? Who you gonna pick up better than me? No, 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 they don't. No, hey Jerry, you're a really good player. Wait, really? Thank you guys. Thank you. I'm just so appreciative for this opportunity. It's a cold game. It's a cold world we living in, man. And that's just how it's looking, man. We got 9 minutes to that draft start. 9 minutes. A couple teams have already made their decision. I truly believe GMs are. There you go. GMs are all buddy buddy. Not only the GMs, but the owners. The owners are talking. And if it's a concerted effort, then they will make that round table play and say, you know what? Let's starve them out of here. Let's just not draft them. Let's embarrass them. But the world is setting up Shedeur to be the next Tom Brady, to be the next. They counted him out, man. And I know he's not going to change who he is, but for me, it wouldn't be no media talking. It wouldn't be no stunting, it wouldn't be no flexing. Until I bring home that Super Bowl, I would change my whole demeanor. My whole demeanor would be on some FU stuff. I would become obsessed with the game, just obsessed to the point to where nobody could tell me nothing. You know what I'm saying? It's just to the point to where, all football. I would dedicate myself 2, 3 years straight football, film study, practice, recovery. I would dedicate myself to being just the best football player I could be. Forget all the club appearances, forget all the interviews, the shows, the behind the scenes footage. Now I know that would definitely be like changing who he is. And you don't want to go away from who you are. But at this point, you really got to dig in your bag because you got something to prove, man. You got something to prove. And these people, for them people to play with your name like that, the family's name, everything that your daddy done worked for, everything that you done accomplished at Colorado, you should be sick to your stomach. And you got to use that sickness as motivation for greatness. He said it, legendary. I got to be a legend. Yeah, you thought Mahomes was bad, but listen, Mahomes never had this big of a hype behind him. Mahomes never had that big of a hype behind him. Pat Mahomes, yeah, he was a big deal. He was solid in college, but nobody never knew he was going to turn into the Pat Mahomes today. He wasn't super high on people's draft board like that. They played with his money. He's getting that rookie minimum. It's a sad day in hell when you see Shedeur Sanders settling for rookie minimum. But what else you got? The president, Donald Trump, he's tweeting about you. He's letting you know, hey, the NFL, you guys are dumb. His dad was a hell of an athlete. Look at what Shadeur's done at Colorado. He's a great athlete. How can you do this? Well, you see all the comments. All the comments are saying what? Specific group of people are saying what? Well, if he just was a little bit more humble. I wasn't getting that humble talk from Johnny Manziel's. What was this when Johnny Manziel's was doing money signs? What was this when Johnny Manziel's was in the face of opponents? Nobody. When Aaron Rodgers is flexing like he just jumped off the top rope and Swanton bombed and hit you with the belt celebration, where was this? But you had smoke for Cam, Karen mothers, soccer moms writing letters. Please, my baby feels some type of way. It makes them frustrated when you celebrate against our team when you score. What? Hey, man, shout out to the hub, man. Shout out to the hub city. Shout out to Westside Bompton, man. Shout out to Looters Park, Bompton, Piru as well, man. Hey, man. Shout out to Fruittown. Might as well shout out Fruittown while I'm at it. You crazy. Hey, you crazy, 420. You wild for that, man. You better stop, man. No, I'm not up to no stuff like that, man. I don't affiliate with no gangs. I don't affiliate with no gangs, man. Shout out to the mob, man. You crazy, girl. Oh, no, I said girl, not my fault. My fault, dog. I apologize. I don't know who's who. My bad, my bad. I apologize. But the same people in VA cheering for Vic at VA was celebrating him going to prison. That's a fact, man. You know, that's a fact. And they didn't want to see Michael Vick's comeback. But hell of a comeback. Way to fight through adversity. Way to fight through adversity, Mike Vick. Hell of a comeback. You know, Plexico shot itself. Hell of a comeback, man. Anybody that's able to fight through that adversity, and Michael Vick was at the top of the world. Boy, that dog fighting, boy, it took him, hey, man, fighting them dogs, man. Same thing happened with Randy Moss. They wanted to see Randy Moss's head. Y'all remember that? Y'all remember that situation that Randy Moss got into? They came for Randy. They came for Allen at that. Which one? Who was at the bowling alley? Was that Allen Iverson or was that Randy Moss at the bowling alley? I just say that to say, okay, that was Allen. That was AI. Randy Moss had went through some stuff too. Randy went through some stuff as well though, out there in Virginia. The same people was cheering for Vic. The same people that loved Vic hated him as soon as something went wrong. Shedeur, he didn't have to go sit down in no jail. He didn't do nothing illegal. Shedeur didn't hurt nobody. You know, he didn't take nobody out. There's been players that we've seen take people out, a la Ray Lewis. None of that. But he's suffering for, and I wouldn't even say mistakes. I wouldn't even say the mistakes. Prime is just being prime. You know, at the end of the day, he was being prime. But Shedeur is suffering due to what his dad has done. You know, Shannon Sharp getting up out of there. You know what I mean? That's another story for another day. But I think we all believe and we all know, you know, everybody that's up in this chat, we understand that this kid ain't deserving to be going this low in this draft. And dude is a respectful dude, like he said, respectful, seemed like a genuine human, you know, just a little flashy. And it's a laid back flashy, you know. It ain't really too in your face. It's just they don't like the things he doing. They don't like him throwing up that rollie, that buzz down. They don't like him pulling up in cyber trucks. I remember when he got a cyber truck, it was a story. Why can't he have a cyber truck? He's one of the best players in college football. They're paying players now, guys. This isn't LeBron getting a Hummer in high school. You're able to buy what you want to buy with your money. Oh, he's spending his money. They're mad at how he's spending his money. Oh, he's spending his money on jewelry. Oh, he's spending his money on frivolous cars because he's pulling up in Rarries. Because this is a 19, 20-year-old, 21-year-old kid pulling up in some shit that you will never get. It rubs people the wrong way. It rubs people the wrong way. And you can't be like that in an industry like the NFL. Let's call it what it is. You cannot be like that in an industry like the NFL. Miss Lady T says, I'm ready to boycott again. I did 6 years after CTE revelations and how the league did cap. The thing with that is, ain't nobody boycotting. I feel you, Miss Lady T, but you gonna be the only one boycotting. These Negroes could have been started their own league. LeVar Ball did that. Kudos to LeVar Ball. LeVar Ball, that dude is a legend in his own right. When LeVar started his own league, he said, you know what? I'm going to pay these players. Ain't no reason for you to have to go to college where they just using your name, image, and likeness. I'm going to pay y'all 10 bands a game. What the league do? Oh, they created a whole NFL said, nah, we can't. I mean, NBA said, nah, we can't have this shit. We're gonna create G League Ignite. We're gonna give a. We're gonna create this little sector of the league that's kind of like a minor league, and we're gonna pay y'all good money. We're gonna pay y'all around 500,000, 600,000, maybe a mil. Some of y'all players who really like that, we're gonna give y'all a mil, 2 mil plus, and then just ease y'all into the league. That's all due to LeVar Ball. So if people really want change in the NFL, it has to be a league that's willing to how do I say this? Just compete, because a lot of these leagues ain't competing. The XFL, a lot of these BS leagues that pop up, the USFL or whatever, it ain't CFL. The NFL got this shit on lock. You know, Melo was behind raising G League pay too. There you go. Shout out to Melo. Let me ask you this. What you think of the likelihood they won't draft Shedeur and continue this modern day buck breaking? Well, I asked that question a little bit earlier, Miss Lady T, and a lot of people are saying that it's looking like he probably won't go drafted, man. And if it was me, I probably wouldn't want to go drafted at this point. I'm good. I'm good. F y'all. Pick me up as an unrestricted free agent. Pick me up as a free agent and let me work my way on the team, since I got to work for y'all approval anyway. I'm not good enough for guaranteed money anyway. I would take the buck breaking and use it to my advantage. I would take this embarrassment and use it to my advantage, because everybody loves a true underdog story. Everybody loves a comeback kid. Ooh, great question. What does this do for the CU recruit? Hey, let's get these likes up, y'all. They got me shadow banned. I'm gonna get back to it, but they got me shadow banned. Let's get these likes up. I appreciate everybody for tapping in. I appreciate everybody showing love. I truly do. Thank y'all, because it's been looking grim for me on YouTube. For whatever reason, they are trying to keep the message hidden. They trying to keep it suppressed. So for the fact that y'all here with me, I appreciate y'all. Get these likes up. Now, as far as these incoming recruits coming into Colorado, what does that do? Well, now Prime's go-to was having connects in the league, wasn't it? And having all of these people that was able to have these conversations, and he knows these higher-ups, and he knows these media pundits, and he has all of these connects to get you to the league. But now it's like the league is letting it be known we don't really F with you. So if I'm a recruit, I'm looking at this like, I might want to go play for Bill Belichick's North Carolina squad, because I know the league is rocking with him. I know the league is giving Bill Belichick the green light on anybody he sends to that league. His word is bond. Prime's word in this league is not what you think it is. As a CU recruit, yeah, you're going to get some attention. Yeah, a lot of people going to be tuning into your games. But that shit is not translating over to the NFL. Unless you are a standout two-way playing athlete who does some stuff that's never been done before, who does stuff that, is only coming in maybe, a 50, 60-year span, then we might, look your way in the draft. Is it worth going to Colorado if you're a recruit? is it worth going to Colorado if you're a recruit at this point, man? If you're looking for a bag, if you're looking for a come up, if you're looking to probably maximize your NIL potentials, maybe. But then they was having Travis was paying cats. Travis was paying cats. So is they collective even where it needs to be? You're gonna get grade A experience from a lot of these coaches. You know what I mean? You're gonna get grade A experience. You get the Marshall Falks. You get goddamn Warren Sapp. So you get Hall of Fame coaching. You get Hall of Fame experience over there. That's still a good sell. But as far as next level, I trust this player. I want to be a part. This might affect them because real shit, they're glitz and glam, and teams might look at that and be like, "Listen, we don't want that. We don't want you. You know, nah. We just want you to come here and play." So it's tricky, man. It will affect CU recruits, and the current players are already jumping into the portal. Both two Hood brothers and Western brothers jumped into the portal. It's not good. The other Buffs waiting to hear their name called, probably sick right now too. Yeah, Honk, that's what I said. And I said this, y'all. This is how we know the California squeeze is in effect. If Jimmy Horn, Will Shepard, LaJohntay Wester, if any of them get drafted before Shedeur. Get if Shedor's getting drafted this draft. I'm past that point. I'm trying to see if they take one of these other niggas before Shedeur. The audio is low, bro. I apologize, man. I'm trying to talk in the mic, but I guess the mic not working. I'm giving y'all the best I can right now. My fault. Yo, can y'all hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Put a one in the chat if you can hear me. Put a one in the chat if y'all can hear me. Appreciate you, Miss Lady T. Thank you. Got y'all. Got y'all. So I don't know. Maybe you gotta adjust your volume, bro. But I appreciate you. Yeah, I'm not. I'm not. I'm not there right now, Lady T. And I had to. I moved. I moved spots, so I wasn't able to set it up how I wanted to set it up. I moved places, so the on some of the new videos I got the little new setup, but it ain't the little stew that I had though. I missed that spot. I really do. But yeah, I had to get on. I had to make a move. You know, all good things come to an end. This situation for Colorado though, like a couple people put in the chat, it's already people hopping out of the transfer portal. I mean, hopping into that transfer portal. So this is definitely going to affect. It's definitely going to affect Colorado as a whole. If you're a player coming in, you thinking, if you're a player coming in, you pretty much thinking, do I really have an honest shot at the NFL? You know, yeah, this NIL stuff is cool, but my ultimate dream is the NFL. Do Prime have the connects to be able to get me to that level? Because they're looking at Prime now and like, unless you're a sure thing, unless you're a sure pick, with which we thought Shedeur was, you don't have a shot because they're trying to prove a point to humble him. So it's like they're trying to send a shot to Prime, like, hey, you need to tone it all the way down, even at Colorado, because we will not draft your players based off of how you're coaching over there at Colorado. Man, if I'm a player right now, dog, I'm going to play for Bill Belichick. If I'm trying to get to the NFL, I'm going to play for Bill Belichick. I'm going to get into that military mindset. I'm going to listen. I'm going to pay attention. And I'm just going to do everything Bill Belichick need me to do, because when a scout calls Bill Belichick, You know damn well they taking his word is bond. A scout not taking Prime's word for bond. All of the scouts that was hitting up Prime, hey, tell me about this player. How this player get down? They don't like Prime. Behind the scenes, they not messing with Prime. Oh yeah, man, Wester, man, he's a great player. You know, he's fast, he's shifty. Y'all could really use him somewhere out there, like maybe with the Texans or this or that, man. I know he's gonna be successful at the next level. This is Prime talking. Scout, like, yeah, oh, okay, yeah, that's great. Okay, oh, man, y'all been looking. You got the film? Can you see? Yeah. Oh man, he looks good on film. He looks solid. You get off the phone. Yeah. We'll see if that motherfucker get drafted. We'll see if he get drafted. It's a collusion. It's a California squeeze. They said, nah. We gonna get everything out of you as far as this media goes. But when it's time, toss that film in the trash. Exactly. Y'all remember them movies? You know, when people was starving artists and they try to do whatever they can to get to the top. Oh, hustle and flow. Hustle and flow. Hustle and flow. Old boy was trying to get to the top. Terrence Howard was trying to get to the top, man. And he put his heart and his soul into that mixtape. He met Luda. Luda threw that down. Luda threw that shit in the toilet. He threw it in the toilet. And that's what's going on right now. That's what's going on right now, man. Nobody watched the film. Nobody cared about Shedeur's film. You was never getting drafted. You was never getting drafted, man. They tossed the film, dog. Yeah, John said it's too much drama around Deion Sanders' name. And I wouldn't necessarily say it's drama. It's not drama. It's just a lot that come with Prime as far as like he's a showman. He's a showman. He's a marketer. He has a name. He's famous. But realistically, Nick Saban was doing the same shit, just on a very smaller level. Because he didn't demand that much attention. He was trying to do a lot of the same things, but nobody cared about Saban. They care about Prime. They hated him since the 80s. When he came into that draft with all of them chains, that's solid gold. Straight out of Florida, man. You know? And what really pissed them off about Prime was he made them people eat their words. He made Florida State eat that. Oh, y'all don't want to hire me? Y'all don't want to give me a shot? My alma mater, I put on for y'all. I did everything for y'all. Let me go over here to Colorado. They ain't been shit since Lord knows when. Let me make them a somebody. So a lot of these teams are pissed too that they passed over on Prime and he's making them look stupid. This is decades in the making, man. Bianca says, I wish all Shedeur fans will buy his jersey when he gets drafted so he can show the NFL that they are behind too. They know the NFL knows that this dude is profitable. They know that. This isn't about the money. This ain't about the money. This is about showing you will not have this you will not have this attitude to come in our league thinking you are going to be the face of our league, thinking you and your daddy can call the shots. You and your daddy not calling shit. And we're going to let you know that from the jump. Don't nobody come before this NFL. Don't nobody come before this logo. And y'all see what it was. When they was going through cap and a lot of people were saying, hey, man, I'm going to take a knee. Them owners said, you take a knee if you want to. You know how many people are itching to get in your position? Your contract ain't guaranteed anyway. I'll take away the opportunity for you to feed your family. You're not going to be able to feed your family, man. Boy, them man wasn't nobody dropping on no knees no more. Bianca says at this point he should go. That's what I said, Bianca. Just go undrafted. Just go undrafted at this point. I wouldn't want to be drafted by none of these people. Y'all can have that. You know, this feels like, you know what this feels like? When you know you a baller, you know you a hooper, you know you cold, you him, you really him, and your coach puts you in the last 30 seconds of the game. You've been whooping ass all practice, whooping ass and taking names. You know you a baller, you a guy. You've been killing, balled out on every team you ever played on. Now you come to this team, you doing everything you need to do. The coach puts you in the last 30 seconds of the game. You know how demoralizing and demeaning that is? Don't play me. Bro, don't play me, bro. Why are you putting me in this game this last minute? Why are you putting me in this game this last 30 seconds? And expecting me to come out and give it my all and expecting me to not have an attitude. Nigga, I'm a baller. This is what I do. Don't draft me. Don't draft me. I'd rather somebody just pick me up. You know, don't draft me in these last rounds, bro. Because it's gonna mean more if I go undrafted and kick all of y'all ass. I'd rather just go undrafted so the story could be that much better in the end. But don't draft me and act like you throwing me a bone. I remember little Isaiah Thomas, man, little IT. He got drafted last. He got drafted last. Yeah, Darko for the Pistons got more love for this. And the Pistons should be ashamed of themselves drafting that man before Carmelo Anthony. Should be ashamed. But as far as Shedeur Sanders goes, don't draft me. Just leave me be. Just leave me be. I'll go undrafted. Leave me be, man. I'll make a roster as a free agent. You know, let the story be that much better at the end. If all of these quarterbacks drafted before him played behind an O line, would they have performed well? I wish we had an opportunity to see Shedeur playing behind a good O line. We might not even get that opportunity. We might not get to see that opportunity of him balling behind a good O line. I mean, of course, naturally, the NFL O lines are going to be better than college, but you have those those D lines that are going to be much more better than the college D line. So he could be placed with a shitty O line in the league. It's just a shitty situation, man. You know, he's for sure going to be a backup. So they didn't even want to put him in a position to where he could go in there and lose his team, like lose the team. They want to humble him so bad that they want to be a backup. They don't want to allow him to come into this league and be a starting quarterback, knowing it's going to make whoever team he landed on way more. It's going to bring in, you know, ticket breaking records. They didn't want to do that. The league is like, screw the money. Screw the money. They know Shedeur is a draw. They know he brings attention to whatever team he goes to. They know people are going to come out to see him play. They didn't want to give him that opportunity. They didn't want to make him. They said, "Nah, we're not going to let you." You know, they giving these guys 2, 3 years, 4 years until they get new quarterbacks. Like you get 4 years to pretty much show us that you are a good starting quarterback, right? These guys get that opportunity. He's not going to get that opportunity. He's going to be forced to have to come and sit behind somebody. He's not going to get a fair shot on uh, competing for a starting spot. Yes, Trump has a problem with it. That should let you. Yeah, President of the United States has a problem with what's going on, man. Trump calling it out, man. All the shit Trump done. Trump is calling this out. I thought it was fake. I thought there's no way. No way Trump calling this shit out. Donald Trump calling this out, bro. The team's got enough money to pay their roster, front office, and still have 70 million for the owners to do whatever with. Yeah, but they don't have enough money to pay Shedeur Sanders. And just think of what Shedeur would have done for your organization. You know what I mean? Think of what he would have did for that organization. Whoever it was, the Browns, whoever needed a real QB, it would have brought a lot of noise around that. He he would have did a lot of good. But the Browns is known for that being the death of your career anyway. Yeah, people was thinking the Saints. They had all that food laid out for them in New Orleans. It's New Orleans, baby. We got whatever you need down here. You want the crawfish? You know, we got you, baby. And no, the Saints passed up on them. That shit's sad. I was thinking the Raiders. I'm like, early on, I'm like, the Raiders will take a shot. It's Vegas. They got Geno, but hey, you play backup. You got Brady over there. He's familiar with Brady. Nah, they put a call in to Tom. They said, hey Tom, listen, how good are you with the Shedeur kid? How's your relationship with Dion? Tom's like, hey, Dion, he's my guy. He's good people. Well, hey, we're gonna need you to take one, buddy. This is for the team. This is for the league, ultimately, man. Yeah, we're gonna have to show this kid, Tom. And you wouldn't want to go against that, would you? Would you? Tom like, man, I know my place, man. Yeah, man. All right. Yeah, we don't. I won't take him. I won't take him. I just say we didn't need him. All right, Tom. We're depending on you. You in Africa? What part of Africa you in? What country you in Africa? I ain't from no Africa. I'm from Crenshaw Mafia. Okay. Shout out to you, Bianca, man. Wish you well out there. I'm glad you're doing good out there, man. Giants fan since '89. Oh, the Giants. Yeah, you see who the Giants took. You see what the Giants took. You see who they took. Oh Lord. But again, I don't think that was their. This was a group effort on the owners, on GMs. Everybody came together and they said, "Yeah, we no way we picking this dude. We can't pick this dude." Yeah, and I appreciate you for tapping in too, man. It's the failed athlete. That don't mean you got a fail in life, man. For real. YouTube got your boy Shadow Band. It's been lovely to get this much engagement today. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate the likes. I appreciate y'all dropping a little something, something for the kid. It's nothing but love, man. Amara, it's love. Thank you. You know. Hey, it's 30 minutes in the draft, y'all. Has he got drafted yet? 30 minutes. The draft started at 9 o'clock, I believe. Oh, the draft ain't started yet? Oh, not yet? Like he haven't got picked yet? Or the draft not on yet? Oh, okay. Damn. 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 Still ain't been drafted. I'm at a loss for words, man. I just appreciate y'all tapping in. But the title of this video, title of this live, the real reason why Shedeur Sanders is undrafted, and I believe we came to that conclusion. Why he's undrafted. I didn't talk about the prank call because I didn't know the prank call, but a lot of a couple of people said a little bit about it. But honestly, they trying to kick a man when he down, man. They trying to kick a good man when he down, but you can't hold a good person down, man. Prank call, somebody calling and telling them that he got drafted, thinking he got drafted, it was a prank, doing anything they can to break this young man's spirit. A solid dude, solid dude, solid guy, man. And it's like do y'all feel like they brought Shedeur Sanders up just to tear him down, like they usually do? They boosted him up all college season. They spoke highly of him all college season on how poised he was, on how he was great at what he did. How he worked with some of the greats, how he kept his composure under hectic situations, only to be torn down like this. How long does Dion coach if this is a play to get him out of coaching? I can see Dion coaching. I can't see Dion coaching if he is hurting the play. Yeah, yeah, Prime will step down, man. Prime will step down. I believe that because reality is setting in. And it's like, I'm doing more damage than I'm doing good. And why would you continue to coach if you can't coach how you want to coach? Why would you continue to coach if you can't do things your way? If you're ultimately going to be penalized for it in the highest degree, which are the kids that you come to know and love, the kids that grind it out day in, day out for you, he really tries to put people who are grinding for him, he tries to put them on. And if he's not able to do that, what's the point? If he's not able to truly do that, what's the point? If they're just going to hold how we coaches against them, why coach? I was thinking maybe this is a play to get him and Shedeur together again at the next level. But then it's like, nah, it's deeper than that. They trying to humble him. Yeah, he probably will make a documentary about this or a movie about this, and profit off of it. Um, that retire doing stuff like that, retirement, bringing out stars to the spring games and all of these celebrities front row. It was dope. It was nice. We loved it. We liked that. But then people didn't like that. They hated that. They hated that flashiness. They hated the fact that his son took on that same persona. And they said, we're just not going to have another Deion Sanders. And you don't run anything in the NFL. You're not going to be calling us, telling us what to do. You're not going to be dictating who your son plays for. Your son will play for whoever we want him to play for. Who the hell are you to think that you bigger than this league? Who the hell do you think that you bigger than these three letters? It's 9:30 currently, Pacific time. He still has not been drafted. Yeah, but here's the thing about Mike Vick. He's not Deion Sanders. Mike Vick can bring some celebrities and do the damn thing, but Mike Vick, he was flashy in his younger days. He was flashy in them Atlanta days, them hot Atlanta days, but Mike Vick, he seems like he's a little bit more low key. And the reason Mike Vick is low key, yeah, he can bring some celebrities, but Mike Vick is low key because he's seen how them people can turn on you that quick. He's seen how it was all good just a week ago. And the second I make a mistake, I do something that y'all don't approve of, you acted like you never knew me. You threw me under the bus. You said I was an animal. You treated me like an animal. So Mike Vick, he ain't gonna go too far off the cliff with it. Mike Vick, if you notice any of his interviews and when he speaks and when he says certain things, remember Mike Vick, he was telling players, hey man, you should cut your hair. Mike Vick was telling people you should cut your hair. Remember Mike Vick got his hair cut off. So Mike Vick is fully ingrained and implemented in the system because he got buck broken to the highest degree. He got sent to the pen and he said, man, I can't never let this happen to me again. I can't never let, so I gotta be on the complete straight and narrow because I see how quick these people turn on me. They're not forgiving. They're calling me all type of animals. They're calling me all type of, well, realistically, Mike, this is how they felt about you the entire time. They just wasn't able to, they just didn't say it because you were putting on for their team. But they hated the, oh, look at this. He just runs all day. He doesn't throw the ball. He doesn't throw the ball. You know, it don't matter what you do. It don't matter what you did. It don't matter how much you put on for Atlanta. They hated Mike Vick. Hated Vick. He was enemy number one. He got sent to jail for that, bro. So he got to telling, players in interviews, hey, cut your hair. Not necessarily because he's cooning, not necessarily because he's so ingrained in their system, but it's just like, hey, in order to get your money, in order to kind of steer clear from the BS, you kind of conform. You got to play the game and be how they want you to be if you want this bag and if you want to survive in this industry. Dion ain't never conformed at no point. Dion never conformed and never will conform. He's always going to be him. He's always going to be loud, boisterous, rambunctious. That's him. That's his personality. That's what he's made millions of dollars doing. It worked before. Why stop now? But you tiptoeing into one of the biggest industries in America. For one, the entertainment industry. For two, a good old boy club within the entertainment industry. No way. No way on this green earth are you going to be able to dictate to them what it is you're going to do. Nah. You see how fast they got Cam Newton out the league when he was done? And it might have been a blessing in disguise for Mike Vick going and seeing that federal time because he was able to stretch his career out for a little bit longer. Even though he wasn't getting paid none of it, he had to pay that restitution, but it might have been a blessing in disguise for good old Vic. Denver head coach yesterday said that he is supposed said hold on, this is that Compton education. Denver head coach yesterday said that he is supposed that Shedeur is still not drafted. Oh, surprise. You meant to put surprise that Shedeur is still not drafted. But people should know that he will play in the NFL whether they want or not. Of course. That's why I'm saying go undrafted and make the story, make the overall story better. It looks better in the end. Nobody messed with me. I went undrafted. They did me dirty after saying I was a top 5 pick for whatever reason. I'm a good kid. I'm a good dude. I'm going to just ball out. I just F around and ball out on y'all. Whatever. I'm undrafted, whatever. He's going undrafted so they don't have to put no money. He's going undrafted so he doesn't get paid for one. So he has no leeway No room to call shots. See, when you a top five pick, you able to negotiate. When you top five, you able to do a little negotiating. You able to call your shots a little bit. You can say, hey, I racked up this in NIL dollars. I believe I'm worth this much at this level. You're not able to do that at the bottom. Shedeur was going to come in from the jump talking numbers before he stepped foot on that field. You thought Jamarcus Russell was bad. Yeah, they had to make a rule for him, but Shedeur was, you best believe he was getting the most he could get out of that rookie deal. What they meant for evil, God can turn into a blessing. Yeah, that's true. This could backfire and it could galvanize black players to want to mess with Dion even more. Let's see what the future. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see. It's gonna be very interesting to see. What if the NFL wants to push him back to college because now he won't be able to wear his number? I heard that he can drop. I heard that he can go back to college because he doesn't have an agent. Ooh. Hmm. Damn, Bianca. Damn. Damn. That's an interesting take right there. But wait, he wasn't a senior, was he? Was he a senior? I know Shiloh was a senior. Yeah, okay, so he was a senior, so he can't go back. He was a senior. Yeah, he can't go back unless he do that 1 year grad year or graduate early, or he might be able to. He might have. I don't know his eligibility status, but they said he can go back because he doesn't have an agent yet. Yeah, but no. Are you saying he would be going into his senior year, or he was a senior this past season? Yeah, he has to apply for grad school and do all of that. He got to do all of that. So he can do it. It just probably would have to be next year. But they'll slip through the cracks. They'll let that happen. Oh, he was a senior this year. Yeah. So he got to do the whole grad school thing, and pretty much what like Cam Ward did. He gonna have to do that. And teams have already had spring ball. Not to say that they wouldn't bring him in. They will make it happen. I just don't know what the deadlines are. I'm sure they will make some type of exception for him though. I don't know. At this point, do you even want to go to Colorado as a player? Knowing what comes with that. Knowing what comes with Prime. Yeah. Yeah, that slurp session. They already on their knees. They already on their knees drooling. And I don't think he was better than yours, but we'll see. They already on their knees. They were looking for anything to boost him up on. Oh my goodness, look how fast he is. He's a running quarterback. He got legs. He's a runner. Look at man, he's athletic. Look how fast he's running. They are looking for anything to pump this dude up, man. Like I said, they already on their knees, man. On their knees for Archie. That what you mean? What they gonna do about him? It's gonna be smooth sailing. It ain't gonna be none of this. They don't look at Dion the same way they look at Peyton. They don't look at the. We've realized this. If this has shown us anything, it's that the NFL truly does not appreciate Deion Sanders. They don't love you like you think you love you. They not coming to see you, Otis. They not coming for Prime no more. I ain't gonna say it no more. Yeah, I mean, as a player, I'll be upset too. As a player, but front office, man, and those front office guys, they've never laced them up. They don't know what's what. I mean, the game changed when it got technical. It's just, I get it though. I mean, I guess. Yeah, Tony Dungy. You know the color of his skin. Tony Dungy saved him. Took a black man to save his ass. Hey man, I appreciate y'all tapping in. I'm gonna go ahead and get up out of here. Phone looking like it's about to die soon. I might come back with another hit a little bit later. Is it possible that that all the GMs came? Yes, Bianca. I know I said I was about to leave, but that's what I've been saying all day. Yes, they came to a. They got on a conference call or sat at the round table and said, "We're not drafting this kid. We're not drafting him. We're gonna embarrass him. We're gonna let him know that he's not able to run things like he thinks." So I appreciate y'all. Y'all have an amazing day. I appreciate the likes. Trying to get back in the algorithm. Thank y'all for y'all support. Thank y'all for y'all love. Hey man, you could have been anywhere else, but you're here with me. It's the failed athlete. That don't mean you got a fail in life.